data gathering and analysis because they just don't have the internal resources to do it.
Well, and we hear an awful lot as we come into engagements. We hear an awful lot from the risk management teams that I spend so much of my time doing just the brute force communication, the brute force collection, just getting the data into a serviceable condition. I never get around to doing analytics. I can't ask questions of the data. Like, I don't have time. By the time I'm done with one cycle, I'm starting the next one. And so, yeah, it's sort of relying on third parties to kind of take a shot at that is super important.
Yeah. And then by doing that, you allow your team or team members, if you have multiple team members doing it, to go through data on your red suppliers and figure out, because let's say you've got 40 of them, how do you know which of them really require work to do
Right.
something for? And some of them are just a monitor situation, right? There are certain regions of the world where companies tend to have very high leverage ratios because they have a lot of intercompany debt, as an example. And a lot of times those companies will have intercompany relationships with their suppliers. They're buying from related entities, and it can skew some of the financial metrics. And they just run their business that way, and they just become a monitor at that point in time. And there's others in your list of red suppliers that are really about to fall off the table and are barely able to pay their rent and their utilities and their suppliers. And those are the ones you need to be creating countermeasures for. And that's why having a third party service can sort of offload the sort of brute force work of gathering the data, going through the analytics, providing it in a way that helps your team prioritize it so they can figure out which of their red suppliers are the ones that really need countermeasures and planning.
Well, and from an education standpoint, that's a huge part of it is what do you do?